Mike Jones, they call the plays in the zone. Spit facts, no cap, straight to the bone. Gritter roaring gossip, the field's their home. Huddle up, press play, you're never alone. Sunday sermons, but the church is turf. From Lambeau chills to Miami surf. Quarterback questions, they dissect the worth. Dropping gems like they mine the earth. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this the spot. NFL drama, they break it down surgical. Draft day whispers, moves so tactical. Receiver stretching arms, catches vertical. Big C's laugh hitting, vibes so magical. Mike Jones got stats like a human playbook. Big C's insight sharper than a no-look. Halftime debates, better than they should. You fumble the podcast, now you misunderstood. Flags fly, refs blind, penalty stack. They calling out the calls, no sugar, just facts. Fantasy picks, who's carrying the pack? Every week they hit harder than a linebacker smack. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this the spot. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this the spot. Sunday sermons, but the church is turf. From Lambeau chills to Miami surf. Quarterback questions, they dissect the worth. Dropping gems like they mine the earth. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody and stained from the people who deceive me.
I'm your host.
What up, what up, what up? Welcome to another episode of Laces Out Live. I'm your host, Big C. This is brought to you by Game Changers Media. And you all know the co-host, Mike Jones. What up, Mikey?
What up? What up? What up? How we doing? Watched that game last night. I know you were in person. And I feel for you, brother.
Yeah.
I feel for you, brother. I really do. Because
I went into it thinking we were gonna lose, and so it didn't hurt quite as bad. They played decent, they played decent. Buffalo's a better team, so of course they're gonna make plays and stupid, we're not a very good team right now, and you can't, when you're playing teams like Buffalo, you can't shoot yourself in the foot. Penalties, turning the ball over, things of that nature. You can't do it. You got to play almost a perfect game, and we didn't do that. We played very good. We played. I'm proud of the guys, at least. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. The AFC East event was cool, man. It was cool. They do a great job. TD, Dan, Richie, Kobe, they all do a great job. It was a fun time. Got to spend a lot of time with my boy JD the Great. He's a great guy. We got to chop it up quite a bit, but yeah, I mean, Dolphins played well. They just didn't make the plays in crucial moments. That's something this team's been known for in the Mike McDaniel era, right? The Tua era, is that they can't make the plays when they need to, and this was another example of that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys lost a corner pretty early in the game, but I mean, your secondary, you're just against the Bills. I mean, I thought you guys played really well. I was like, oh man, their secondary is so depleted. I'm thinking Josh Allen was going to throw for 300 this game, and I mean, I was impressed. You guys definitely hung around. I mean, you guys are division rivals, so you guys are always close games, like you say. But I mean, it was an entertaining game. I enjoyed it. It was like week 2. I thought at the end there, you guys had a good opportunity. You just couldn't close it out. But I mean, all in all, I think you guys played really well. Tyreek played well. I
mean, as bad as things are, I mean, we're 0-3, and that's horrible. You know what I mean? And it's probably too much for us to overcome. But we're so close to being 2-1. You know what I mean? Yeah. Last week was definitely a winnable game, and last night was a winnable game. And it sucks that we were on the short end of the stick both times. But again, that's the difference between a good team like the Buffalo Bills and the team that we are right now, we have a lot of holes. We have a lot of holes on this football team, along the offensive line, the secondary. Jason Marshall going down early. We're already a depleted secondary, and it just seems like it just keeps adding on week in and week out. We lose another player, and it's frustrating. But Chris Greer knew that we were short at corner. You know what I mean? And he did very little to address it besides undrafted players, late round players. You know what I mean? And it's definitely a tough loss. You know what I mean? But what can you do? What can you do? Tua Tagovailoa didn't play the best game. He didn't have his worst game, but again, he turned the ball over when it mattered most.
Yep.
I hated the play call. I thought we should have been running the ball with 3-4 minutes left in the game. Yep. We should never even been in a position where we were down, though. It was all set up by the roughing the punter call. You know what I mean?
Yep.
But let's bring up let's see. I got the score and the box score. We'll bring it up. Okay, Mike got it.
Gotcha.
So that Buffalo Bills 31-21. We got the lead early. We scored an opening drive touchdown. That was set up by a D'Estridge 49-yard kickoff return. Put us in good shape. Buffalo answered back, scoring the next 14. We tied it up before the half. Buffalo came out, got the 21. We tied it up, and then Buffalo. We got Buffalo in fourth down, right? And they're punting us the ball back late. Well, it's not late in the fourth. It was early fourth quarter. They were getting ready to punt us the ball, roughing the punter. This is the second time in 3 weeks. And the Buffalo Bills were able to capitalize. They got a first down. They took it in, scored a touchdown. Tua and the Dolphins drove us down the field. We had a first and 10, and Tua threw it. He dropped back the pass. There was pressure coming. Brunskill whiffed on his on his block. Tua had someone coming in his face, and he threw the pick. I don't understand why we weren't running the ball in that situation. You wanted to take time off the clock. You wanted to. It was first down. Too many times we were throwing the ball on first down.
Right.
We need to run more. We need to run the football more. And I just don't understand Mike McDaniel's play calls. Too many plays on first down. That put us in negative situations. You can't start off at 2nd and 14, or you know what I mean? Like we ran the ball at a pretty decent clip last night.
Yeah.
Let's pull up these stats. So Tua Tagovailoa was, damn, I can't even see that. My eyes are shot.
2 of 34. 2 of 34, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick.
Yeah, I got it wrote down though. 22 of 34, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. Achane, 12 carries, 62 yards, and he averaged 5.2 a carry. That's good. Ollie Gordon, he got more touches this game, 9 carries, 38 yards, 4.2 an attempt. He also had his first career touchdown. That's nice to see. That's exciting to see. Receiving, Tyreek had 5 catches. He was targeted 10 times. He slipped on 1 route. 1 Tua sailed it on him. Another was a deep pass that I felt like he should have caught. I don't really understand why he didn't catch the pass, but he definitely should have made that catch. It was one of the only times that we went downfield. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We were just throwing the ball side to side. We're not going down the field at all, which is you're not gonna win many football games playing that way. You know what I mean? You can't throw the ball to the side. You know what I mean? It does not make sense. Yeah, but Hill had 5 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown. Waddle had 5 catches, 39 yards, and a touchdown. Achane, 7 catches, but only 29 yards. 29 yards on 7 catches. That just shows you right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not a way to win football games. And then you had the Buffalo Bills. Josh Allen, 22 of 28, 213 yards, 3 touchdowns. James Cook ate us alive in the first half. 19 carries, 108 yards, 5.7 a carry, and a touchdown. We were able to contain him in the second half. But that first half, he tore us up. Josh Allen had 4 carries, 25 yards. So we did a pretty good job not letting Josh escape and get too many yards. Kincaid, 5 catches, 66 yards, and a touchdown. Tight ends, always a massive problem for the Miami Dolphins. Shakir had 4 catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown. There was a hold on that play, but whatever. Oz had his 1 catch, 5 yards, and a touchdown. His first career catch goes for a touchdown. Let's go to the total yards and stuff. You want to read those off?
Looks like Dolphins 276, Bills
Total
360.
yards.
Total yards. Yep. Passing yards 146, Dolphins 203 to the Bills. 130 rushing yards for the Dolphins, 157 for the Bills. 4.7 yards per play for the Dolphins and 6.3 for the Bills. First downs were actually pretty close. Dolphins with 19 and 23 for the Bills. Third down efficiency. I mean, you guys, I think 10 of 15 is pretty good on third down efficiency.
We actually lead the NFL through 3 weeks at third down efficiency, which is crazy.
Yeah, Waddle was like, he came up big on those third down plays. Like he was like your third down master. Buffalo went 6 of 11 on third down. Fourth down, 1 for 1. That's it with you guys. You had 2 more total plays than Buffalo. Buffalo allowed 2 sacks. The Dolphins allowed 0. I mean, 4 punts for you guys, 2 for Buffalo. The penalty yards, 6 for 57 for the Phins and 3 for 35 for Buffalo. No fumbles, only the 1 Tua interception. And the time of possession was right there, 28 minutes for the Dolphins, 31 and a half roughly for Buffalo.
Yeah, they're pretty close. This was my view from the seat last night. Great seats, great view. And me and your boy TD, Dan Mitchell there in the background. This guy right here, I'm not sure of his name, but he was funny as shit. This dude was yelling like he was like, "Hey!" Like screaming at the top of his lungs, like everybody in the place was looking at him like he was going crazy and he did not give a damn. But he was absolutely hilarious. So I mean it was a good time. It sucks that we lost. Oh, Lino, stop it, Lino. You know who won that game. Stop it. Players of the game for me. Well, let's start with the bad. Zach Sealer. I'm going to put him on the bad list, largely due to the roughing the punter call. Yeah. That was huge. That was huge in this game. He's a vet. You got to know when to pull up. I understand he's a big boy, and when he was probably surprised he broke through the line so quickly. I know he was trying to make a play, but you can't have those type of mistakes. But other than that, he had 26 pass rush snaps last night and 0 pressures. 0 pressures. Through three games this year so far, he is yet to record a tackle for a loss or a sack. That's troublesome for a player that we just gave a boatload of money to. I feel like they kind of got him playing out of position. They kind of got him in that nose tackle position. And Zach Sealer's not a nose tackle. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's tough for him, but that roughing the punter, that's just unexcusable at that point in the game. Unexcusable.
Yeah.
Jonah Savi Naya, he has been absolutely horrible. I know he's a rookie, but he is the lowest rated guard in all of football. Lowest rated guard in all of football. He allowed 6 more pressures last night. He's just been extremely bad. Hopefully he can get it going. And special shout out to Keon Smith. He's the second worst guard in the NFL. He was pulled at halftime. And his replacement, Daniel Brunskill, he's the one that allowed the pressure on the interception at the end of the game. So, I mean, they've just been bad. And then you got to add Mike McDaniel and Tua Tagovailoa.
Mm-hmm.
Tua, yet again, cannot get the job done when we need him to do it the most. He can't get the job done when we need it the most. And Mike McDaniel for his play calling. Tua was 22 of 34, 146 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. The constant checkdowns, the constant screen plays. 11 of Tua's 22 completions were behind the line of scrimmage. 11 of 22 were behind the line of scrimmage. That is not a recipe for winning football. It's just not. So Mike McDaniel's got to be better. Tua Tagovailoa's got to be better. They just got to be better. It's unacceptable, especially when, this is 2 weeks in a row that Tua throws a game-sealing interception. When we need him to make a play the most.
I think the one thing that stood out is I didn't see the energy. Like I didn't see, I don't know. It's like Tua makes a mistake or whatever, and it just has that I don't really care. Like it doesn't even affect him. I was watching him. He threw that pick, and I didn't think he looked that disappointed. I didn't think you know what I mean? Like I throw a pick at the end of the game, man. I'm thinking, man, I'm gonna be frustrated. I'm gonna definitely be upset, and I just don't see that. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not, but just something I seen. I really don't know.
There's definitely a lot of times that Tua's smiling or not reacting the way that, Dan Marino back in the day would have been veins popping out of his neck, all red faced, screaming. Yeah. And you know what I mean? I don't know if it's a different age of player or, these people, these guys, they get their money and, I don't think the game of football means as much to a lot of players as it used to back in the day. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're still rich. They're still, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, they were making that kind of money back then. Like they were making good money. Don't get it twisted. But I mean, you played your ass off. That was your life. Like, and it just seems like all the players back in the day, like that was their life for the most part. And now it's just like you said, some of these players get paid and, I don't know. Like I said, I just didn't see it in his, I don't know. I always try to watch a quarterback's face. I got used to seeing Eli, and he always kind of had that dumb look on his face. But you could tell he was disappointed, and he threw that pick last night. I just didn't see it like that. I couldn't tell if he was upset. I couldn't tell if he was trying to think about something. I couldn't even tell. I just couldn't really get a read on him, and that kind of threw me off. That was the only thing I really noticed.
The kickoff, the special team return wise, D. Estridge has been great so far this season. He started the game with a 49-yard kickoff return that set Miami up for their first possession touchdown. He also had a return out to the 37 in the fourth quarter. And Malik Washington, 2 punt returns. He only averaged 11 a return, but it left Bills punter Cameron Johnson only with a net average of 36.5. So they were really good for us. They've been good all season. And then Ollie Gordon. Ollie Gordon only had 38 yards on 9 carries. Not a huge night by any means. But he gets us yards when we need them. That short yardage situation. We had 3 opportunities last night, 2 third and ones, and a 2nd and 1, an area that the Miami Dolphins have really struggled at throughout the years is getting them 3rd and 1s, them 2nd and 1s. We've really struggled at that. Ollie Gordon converted on all 3 of the attempts last night, so that's very promising to see. Ollie Gordon's 225 pounds. He's a different style runner than Devon Achane. I like how they mesh together. Devon Achane is that, that quick back that will make you miss, and Ollie Gordon's that back that'll run through you.
Yep.
Some thunder and some lightning, you know what I mean? And then Ollie Gordon also he bull rushed through the Bills defensive line to get his first touchdown. So that was very promising to see. I like Ollie Gordon a lot, and we need to get him the ball more. Definitely need to get him the ball more.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Neither of them are as talented as James Cook. Yeah, James Cook is a monster. Yeah, I liked Ollie. I didn't even know who he was, honestly.
Well, the difference between, I don't think James Cook is more talented than Devon Achane by any stretch of the imagination. James Cook, defenses are more focused in on Josh Allen than they are James Cook.
Yeah.
Teams can focus in on Devon Achane, Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean? Like, we don't have the offensive line the Bills do.
Right.
Of course, you've never said not one good thing about Miami. So, of course, you won it. Of course, you won it.
Oh, God.
But anyway. Yeah, tough loss, but we got some days off. We don't play again till next Monday night at home versus the Jets. Mike McDaniel's job is probably safe for now. Because they put out a decently strong performance against the Buffalo Bills. So we'll see.
Michael K., you're a clown, bro. You're a clown. Why you come in here and run your mouth? Like, it makes zero sense. Why don't you go find yourself a Buffalo podcast and actually give a fuck in there? Oh, wait, because you're probably an idiot and don't know shit.
He ain't allowed in there, probably.
I wouldn't let him in there. Fucking clown.
Let's jump into these picks, Michael.
Okay.
Full slate of games this weekend.
Start off with the Houston-Jacksonville game. It looks like the Texans have cornerback Jalen Smith out with a hamstring. The Jaguars have left guard Wyatt Millam out with a knee, and questionable is left guard Ezra Cleveland with an ankle. What do you think about the Houston-Jacksonville game? I mean, we've talked about CJ Stroud. I'm just not sold on CJ Stroud. I can't say that he's going to get better. I don't know if he's going to get better. Obviously, you just never know, but I'm not impressed. I've seen a lot of people are picking the Houston Texans over the Jags. I think that's insanity. I got the Jags in this one. I'm going Jags 24-20.
Well, I guess Houston's won 11 of the last 10 of the last 11 meetings in Jacksonville. So
that's kind of crazy.
Just a year ago, everybody thought Houston was a Super Bowl contender, right? CJ Stroud had the great rookie year. He hasn't really been the same since. Jacksonville's played really well this year. I think I'm going to go with the Jags. I really do. I think they break that streak of, Houston's come in there and won 10 of 11. I think they overcome that this week and they get a win. I think this is a different Jags team. I like Brian Thomas Jr. a lot. I think he's going to be an elite receiver in this league. Travis Etienne has looked really good this year. So I'm gonna go Jacksonville, I think.
Okay. You want to put a score on that, Big C?
Oh, man. Let's go 24-21 Jags and Bill.
Okay. Sounds fair. All right. Bengals, Minnesota. Out for the Bengals, obviously, Joe Burrow. Defensive end Shamar Stewart with an ankle. Doubtful is cornerback Cam Taylor-Britt. Questionable seat cornerback DJ Turner with a hamstring. On the Viking side, JJ is out with an ankle. Left tackle Justin Skule, concussion. Center Ryan Kelly with a concussion. And questionable, they have Christian Darrisaw, Austin Keys, Andrew Van Ginkel, and Harrison Smith.
Aaron Jones is out too, right?
I don't see Aaron Jones on there.
Yeah, it says they'll be without Aaron Jones too.
Yeah, maybe they didn't update this.
So I mean, who do you trust more? You trust Carson Wentz, or is Carson Wentz starting for them?
Yeah, I believe so. And that was
against Jake Browning.
That's kind of what I was going with. Literally you got backups in, but I think I trust Carson Wentz over Browning. I think the game's a toss-up, but I trust Wentz more. So even though Browning's 4-3 as a starter, I just don't see that happening. It's a close one. I got this one really close. Vikings 17 over the Bengals. I picked the Vikings. Holy cow. Okay. Yeah, I picked yeah. My bad. I picked the Vikings because of Carson Wentz. 17-14. Sorry.
See, I'm not a big Carson Wentz guy. He fell off the face of the earth. And then they're out without their starting running back too. Jake Browning, he had a bunch of touchdowns last week, but he also had 3 interceptions. That gets me nervous against this Minnesota defense. But Jamar Chase is just playing out of this world. I know they got Jefferson on the other side. I think I'm going to go Minnesota too, though. I'm going to go 27-24 Minnesota.
Gotcha. All right. Let's see. New Orleans and Seattle. Let's see. We got right guard Dylan Rundun's out with a toe for the Saints. That's all I got on this list. Doubtful for the Seahawks. Zach Charbonnet, Devon Witherspoon, Nick Amori, and safety Julian Love with a hamstring. So looks like they got most of their people. I don't know. I was having a lot of trouble really making picks this week. I feel that some of these teams just really haven't popped off. Like they're kind of sitting right in that zone where it's like that's a toss up for me. I think I'm going to go Seattle on this though. I really do. Let me think about it. You talk for a minute and I'll think about it.
Well, there's not much to say. Seattle knocked off the Pittsburgh Steelers last week. Really surprised me. I think New Orleans is one of the worst teams in the NFL. I'm going Seattle all day. I'm going to say Seattle wins 24-10.
24-10. Big C, 24-10. All right. I think I picked I'm pretty sure I picked New Orleans last week as the underdog, and that kind of bit me in the ass. So I'm not doing that again. So I'm going to Seattle as well. I'm going to go 21-17. All right, Dallas and Chicago Bears at Chicago. Darren. Duran's out again with his foot. Bears have Kieran, I can't say his last name, Abagadji, right guard. He's out. TJ Edwards out with a hamstring. Cornerback Kyler Gordon out with a hamstring. Cornerback Jalen Johnson with a groin. Cornerback Jalen Jones. Damn, that's a lot of corners. And questionable is running back on DeAndre Swift and DeMarco Jackson. I don't know. The Bears, I think that a lot of things could have been different for the Bears at this point. I don't think the 0-2 record really says what they could be, but I'm not going to go against Dallas. Dallas's offense was amazing. Dak Prescott looks good. They moved that ball and, they beat us last week. So I'll give them that. I'm going to go Dallas 31, Chicago 27.
Dang, if the Dolphins are the worst team in the NFL, they almost beat your team. See, Dallas last week scares me. They gave up 450 yards passing and 3 touchdowns to Russell Wilson. I think Ben Johnson is tapping into Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams is showing flashes. I'm taking the Bears in this one at home. I'm going to say it's close. I'm going to say I think there's a lot of scoring in this one. 34-31 Bears.
Fair enough.
Just what Russell
Fair.
Wilson did to that Dallas defense, man. Like, if
Yeah.
Russell Wilson gets through that, man.
Well, I was thinking about that too, but it's just like, I don't know. I was really expecting the Bears to come out kind of on fire this year. Like, not even on fire, just better than they have been. I've been kind of disappointed with that. So,
and there's a little extra motivation for Caleb Williams. His head coach last year, who there was issues with, Matt Eberflus.
Yeah,
is
that's
the defensive
true.
coordinator for Dallas.
I totally forgot that aspect of that. Yeah, absolutely. I'm still gonna stay with Dallas. I don't want Dallas to win. Trust me. I'm not. I can't stand picking NFC East teams, so I don't want to do it. All right, where are we at? Let's see. Atlanta, Carolina. What we get? Come on, looking for the injuries. All right, Falcons out. Wide receiver Jamal Agnew with a groin. Wide receiver Casey Washington concussion, and cornerback AJ Terrell with a hamstring. Panthers out. Defensive tackle Tershawn Wharton. Offensive linebacker Patrick Jones II with a hamstring, and questionable Xavier Legette with a hamstring. And I got the Falcons. There's not too much to this one. I just don't believe the Panthers are that great. I don't think Atlanta's that great either, but the more time that Penix and that offense gets to work together, I'm expecting them to start picking it up. I don't know if they're a playoff team in my mind yet. I don't know if they could make the playoffs, but I still got Atlanta beating Carolina this week. I got Atlanta winning. I think it was 24-17.
Well, Bryce Young got it going in the second half last week, throwing 3 second half touchdowns. But he leads the NFL with 5 turnovers. This Atlanta defense has been pretty good. They had 6 sacks last week. I think they're able to get after Bryce Young and have him turn the ball over. Like I said, he leads the NFL in turnovers right now. So I think Atlanta wins this football game. I think they're going to be able to run the football. I'm going to say 24-13.
Big C. All right. Green Bay, Cleveland. Let's see. Out Jaden Reed for the Packers. Tight end Tucker Kraft is questionable. Browns out Michael Hall Jr., defensive tackle. And they got a bunch of questionables. DeAndre Carter with a concussion. Jack Conklin with an elbow. And Joel Batonio and Andre, I can't even pronounce his last name, with a calf, the kicker. I'm all on the Green Bay Packers this year. I am, and they are going to have to deal with Myles Garrett. He's got to be able to get the pressure on Jordan Love if they have a chance. And I believe the Browns have to establish some sort of run game in this game if they have a hope of winning. Packers are looking great. They're 2-0, and I just don't see it happening. But the Browns would have to really cause some turnovers and get after the quarterback and play a pretty good game. I don't see that foreseeing that happening. I got the Packers 27-13.
Well, Cleveland's defense isn't the problem. Back-to-back weeks, they've bottled up Joe Burrow and Derrick Henry. It's just their offense, especially the quarterback position, has been horrid. Joe Flacco has been absolutely horrible. And guess who comes to town? Parsons. Micah Parsons comes to town. He's going to be all over Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco has no mobility. Teams have been able to get pressure on Cleveland's quarterbacks with rushing only 4. that is the specialty of the Green Bay Packers. That just adds up to a big win for Green Bay. I could see this game 30-10.
Not bad. That's how I see it too. Pretty close. Oh, Jets Tampa Bay. I think Jets quarterback's out.
He is.
With a concussion. Yeah, I'm not confident in the Jets. They gave up a hell of a fight against Steelers week 1, but since then I just don't see it. And my dad will hate it, but I'm going with Tampa Bay. I think this is going to be a Baker game. He's going to have probably over 250, 2-3 touchdowns. And I'm going to go Bucks 27-16.
I don't got too much to say about this. The only thing, I like Tyrod Taylor better than I like Justin Fields. Tyrod Taylor is one of the better backup quarterbacks in this league. He is one of the better deep ball throwers in this league. Yep. His time in Buffalo, he delivered the ball downfield great everywhere he's been, honestly. So I actually think he makes the Jets more dangerous through the air. But Tampa's clearly the better team. They're going for a 3-0 start. They're at home. I'm going Tampa. I think it's closer, though. I think it's closer because of Tyrod. I'm going to say 24-21 Tampa.
Okay. Indianapolis Colts at the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee's they've been. It looks like they're starting to do something, but until the Titans can prove otherwise, they're just not a team worth picking to me. The Colts have been like the league's probably unlikeliest team to come out and start 2-0. So I really think they do it. I think the Colts keep rolling. It's going to be close. I got the Colts 28-23.
Yeah, Daniel Jones has been great. The rushing has been great. Jonathan Taylor is averaging 5.5 yards a carry. The defense has been really good. Tennessee's line has been bad. They've given up 11 sacks already. I got the Colts in this one too. They're out. They're still trying to prove that they're for real. They're 2-0. They're going for 3-0. This is a game that they should win. I'm going to say the score is 24-17 Indy.
All right. The Raiders at the Washington Redskins. I think the Raiders have been making progress every week, the first 2 weeks. Jaden Daniels, obviously, I think he's going to be out with a knee injury. I think he was listed as questionable, but I don't think he's going to be playing. I just don't know if the Redskins, here we go, the Commanders are good enough to win this game without Daniels. I don't see it. I think Washington through the first 2 games are definitely not what I was expecting to see this season, especially after Daniel's breakout season last year. I just don't see that happening. So I got the Raiders 31-24 in this game. Sorry, excuse me.
I like Washington in this game. They can get after the quarterback. The Raiders haven't unlocked Gentry yet. They haven't used them and got them going like they should. I just think Washington's the better team. I think they start getting things in motion. Things start working out the way that they're supposed to. Deebo Samuel, I think, will have a big game. He's getting back to that Deebo that was that all-around weapon for San Francisco a year ago, 2 years ago. Zach Ertz has been great for them. If Daniels can get on the same page with the what's the wide receiver there? Sometimes I have brain farts. I'm super tired. They just gave all the money to.
Are we talking on Washington?
Yeah.
Oh, T there, McLaurin.
Yeah, Jesus. Oh,
I know,
gosh.
right?
But yeah, Terry McLaurin. Yeah, I like Washington this one. Is Daniels not playing? Is he?
No, I don't think he's playing. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, what I seen, it didn't say if he was definitely out. I like Marcus Mariota anyway. I think he can run this offense just fine. I'm still taking Washington. They're the better overall team.
Okay. You gonna give me a score or no?
Sure. If Daniels doesn't play, it'll be closer. I'll go 2017.
Okay. Denver Broncos at the Chargers. I think this could be a really good game with Denver's defense. But I mean, the Chargers have just looked really good. They're gonna have Patrick Surtain going up against McConkey. That's going to be an interesting matchup to watch. Very impressed with the Chargers. They played well last year, and they definitely ain't letting off. So I got the Chargers in this one, 2017.
Yeah, I like the Chargers too. Bo Nix, I'm not big on Bo Nix. I've been clear about that. He had a great rookie season. He's got 3 interceptions this year already. I think that number is going to end up being considerable by the end of the year, just the way he plays. That backyard style of football, constantly getting outside the pocket. But yeah, I think the Chargers are one of the better teams in the AFC. They've already knocked off the Kansas City Chiefs. And if they want to win a division title, they got to win these games. And they're at home. I like the Chargers.
Okay, big guy. Pittsburgh, New England. Who do you got for Pittsburgh, New England? Matchup. Jalen Ramsey versus the Patriots. I had a hard time picking this one because I just don't know what we're going to get from that Steelers offense and Aaron Rodgers. He came out, had the explosive first week. That second week, whatever. He's old. I just don't know how long he's going to sustain, and I just don't think he can maintain enough MVP-esque type style play. I don't think he does, but I'm still going to take the Steelers because I hate the Patriots. So 24-20 Steelers.
Yeah, the Steelers can't run the ball. They can't stop the run. New England beat up on my Dolphins last week. They got a nice little 1-2 combo at running back. Drake May looked great last week. I'm going to take New England at home for the upset. I'm going to say 2017 on this one too, New England.
Big C upset. All right, sweet. Rams and Philly. I had a tough time with this one. I really did. I think at the end I came down to the champions. I will give them the benefit of the doubt. Philly 27-24.
Listen, the Rams almost knocked Philly out the playoffs last year, and could have changed the whole Philadelphia being Super Bowl champions thing, but they're coming into this game limping. Philly at home, I just think that's a lot to ask. I'm going with Philly 28-17.
2017. All right, we're almost there. Almost in the home stretch. Arizona, San Francisco. I can't remember who I had for this one. I like San Francisco, I believe. I'm never like 100% sure. I'm just going to take San Fran on this one. I didn't really look into this game. Not even going to lie. I must have overlooked it. So I'm going to go San Francisco. Let's go 27-17. Yeah, I think that. I can't hear you. Your microphone.
You can't hear me now?
There, you're good. I can't remember. Is Purdy playing? I think he might be out. Yeah, I can hear you. I got you.
Actually, I'm going to go with Arizona. I think Arizona upsets them. They've been playing really well this year. I'm going to take Arizona 27-24. How about I feel sorry for the Bills. They've never won a championship. That sucks. I was in the stadium looking for their Super Bowl banners. I couldn't find them.
Oh yeah, well, I would say they're hanging them in the new stadium, but that's where they went on to hang. So
again, if you're going to talk shit, at least won something. What have you won? You've won nothing. You've won nothing. At least win something. If Philly fans weren't here talking junk, I'd be like, okay. Kansas City fans, okay. Buffalo, they've never won nothing. Some division titles. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations on some division titles.
And my Giants might actually be in New Jersey, but we still the best team in New York, biatch.
Yeah, ghetto C. That's so ghetto saying that I feel sorry for the Bills because they've never won a Super Bowl. That's so ghetto. Ooh.
All right, so we go to Sunday night. Chiefs at the home opener for the Giants. Seen some good play last week against Dallas. The defense really disappointed me last week. We played too soft. I think Shane Bowen, our defensive coordinator, I think he's a hack. I think he's not taking advantage of the skill positions that we have on the defense. I wasn't expecting Kansas City to come out 0-2. And I've picked the Giants every single week. And I'm going to continue picking the Giants this week. And I understand that Patrick Mahomes and that Kansas City Chiefs team is going to probably come in with the biggest chip on their shoulder because they need to make a course correction. But I just don't know if they have it in them. And I don't believe in them because they're 0-2. And we're 0-2. And we're at home. And I believe in my team. I'm a homer. Let's go. Giants 24-20. Boosh. Can't hear you, bro.
Sorry about that. It was a nice story for the Giants last week. I don't think Russell Wilson has 2 games of like that in him this week. The Chiefs got their backs up against the ropes. I like the Chiefs. 24-20.
That's what I said. So you got it backwards, you motherfucker. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to the final game of the week, Monday night game, Detroit Lions at the Baltimore Ravens. I had Lions put up hella points last week, but it's the Ravens. And I don't know. This was a toss-up. I sat here and thought about this game probably more than any game that I thought of. And I think they're going to be in the 30s. I think it's going to be close. And I ultimately came up with Ravens 35-31.
Who's at home in this one?
Ravens.
Yeah, I think the Lions came out and smacked. Who did they play last week? The Bears?
Yeah, Chicago. Yep.
Yeah, they smacked the Bears in the mouth. Baltimore is a much stronger team. I do think the Lions are a different team on that turf than they are on grass. I'm not sure if the Ravens got grass. I know they're outdoor. I'm not sure. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I think the Ravens are the best team in the AFC. If there's any team that can knock them off, though, it is Detroit. Detroit's offense has the potential to put up a lot of points quickly. But Lamar Jackson is an animal, and I think he figures out a way to come up with a victory. So I like the Ravens.
Agreed.
High scoring game, 38-35 Ravens.
Nice. And that concludes our week 3 pick'ems. We are seeing an opposite on 2 games. The New England and Pittsburgh game. I got Pittsburgh, you got New England, and the Chicago game. I picked Dallas, you picked Chicago. Those are our 2 right there. So yes, sir. I'm up by 1. I'll remind you that. Not to toot my horn, but it's a long season, so I'm not going to run my mouth.
Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to not only Game Changers. You want to throw that back up there, Mike?
Yeah.
But the Fin Posse, the Giants channel. Show your support for all 3 channels. It's greatly appreciated. It's greatly appreciated. But I'm beat. I had a long trip back from Buffalo today, so we're going to cut it a little bit. I mean, I won't say it was short, but we got everything in.
Yeah.
Again, I can't wait till this weekend's slate of games. You'll probably hear from me again before Sunday's games, and we'll talk more about the Dolphins and their loss to the Bills and what it means going forward. The positives, the negatives, what it means for Mike McDaniel, Anthony Weaver and the boys, Tyreek Hill. Is he going to be traded? Is he going to be here? But yeah, we'll catch you Monday.
For Reaction Monday. Are we gonna actually have Reaction Monday this week?
Yeah, we're gonna be here. We're gonna be here Monday this week. To break down all the weekend's games. But until then, we love you.
We love you.
We appreciate you.
Go Giants, except for Michael K. I can't stand you.
We will see you all later. Till then, fins up. Peace out.
Go Giants.
Big C and Mike Jones, they call the plays in the zone. Spit facts, no cap, straight to the bone. Gritter, roaring gossip, the field's their home. Huddle up, press play, you're never alone. Sunday sermons, but the church is turf. From Lambeau chills to Miami surf. Quarterback questions, they dissect the worth. Dropping gems like they mine the earth. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this the spot. NFL drama, they break it down surgical. Draft day whispers, moves so tactical. Receiver stretching arms, catches vertical. Big C's laugh hitting, vibes so magical. Mike Jones got stats like a human playbook. Big C's insight sharper than a no-look. Halftime debates, better than they should. You fumble the podcast, now you misunderstood. Flags fly, refs blind, penalty stack. They calling out the calls, no sugar, just facts. Fantasy picks, who's carrying the pack? Every week they hit harder than a linebacker smack. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this the spot. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to OT, they never forgot. Tune into the squad, this the spot. Sunday sermons, but the church is turf. From Lambeau chills to Miami surf. Quarterback questions, they dissect the worth. Dropping gems like they mine the earth. Laces out, the mic stays hot. Breaking down the game, every yard, every plot. From kickoffs to